No worries.
So check this.
Guys, fucking thanks for coming, sitting down with us.
You want to check this first?
Aye, how's the audio? Go for it.
Check.
Sound good?
1, 2, hello.
That's
Good.
fine. Sorted, guys.
It probably starts for you two before I come into the equation.
I'll take it. So basically, me, David, and Kyle went to the same high school together, and we kind of bonded over music. Kind of met each other separately and then bonded over music. Ended up being quite close friends. And eventually, at one point, David could play guitar, Kyle could play drums. David asked me to learn to play bass, to play in a band with them. So I did, but it never really came in. We used to jam and stuff, and even up to about a year before we started Dunts, we were still kind of getting some jam sessions. But I met Rab, and again, it was the same thing. We kind of bonded over music and other things. And I always said to him, he looked like he should be in a band. You should be like a frontman in a band or something. And then eventually one day he said he was making a band with a pal, so we had a few lineup changes, but we eventually David in for a wee while, and then we got Kyle in, and I think it was like the first time we got Kyle in. We had some songs kind of semi-written, and we were some of the songs are still playing now. And as soon as he came in, first practice, we were like, aye, this is it, man. We know this is it, clicked, aye. And then it's just kind of grew legs for there. So that's pretty much how the band came together.
It's like, I think we've accepted that it comes to a point where you're getting put on big festival announcements, you're gonna be exposed to like a greater amount of the public, and not all of them are gonna like you. And it's just, you just need to accept that you're never gonna win everybody over. And it's like, we just need to keep focusing on try to do what we do best and hoping that the fans that like it keep liking it. The Glasgow scene, we've spoke at length about that, and we will continue to do so. It's all of our friends basically that we've become friends with through all the bands that we're in, so it's dead special for us to be in Glasgow. I mean, obviously there's a lot of good bands all across Scotland. I wouldn't really say that we are that friendly with anyone from out of Glasgow. I'm trying to think.
There's a lot of bands that aren't from Glasgow, but they've cut their teeth in Glasgow. So like the Pleasureheads boys are off of Falkirk, but a lot of them come into Glasgow and play gigs. So you just put them under the Glasgow umbrella.
It's not like people like some bands like Have Louise, for example, like some people actually started thinking they were from Glasgow. People would put them in lists from what bands they like from Glasgow. It's because they've played up here so many times, and they like the reaction, and they get a really good reception.
They're actually from like London, but they're made up of like a Venezuelan girl, a French boy, and I'm pretty sure the other boy is from like somewhere. Definitely not, man. But because of the amount of times they've played here, you've got people like lumping them in lists with like all of us, and it's good to see. But it just goes to show that Glasgow is kind of like a focal point, if you get what I mean, because no one speaks about that band as if they're like this London band. It's like they get associated with all of us kind of thing, which I love.
That's good, eh? It's good when people come into it like that kind of outside the scene, because a lot of us are kind of we're aware of it. We've been playing with a lot of bands for a while now, and we all kind of came about at the same time. But now that there's a lot of bands from outside of Glasgow and a lot further afield than even within the UK that are recognising it, and people we've played gigs with and met with, and like even like for example when we played with the Chats and SWG3, we ended up really getting on with them Hotel Lux, and they ended up coming back here, and we get to know these people, and it seems like we're all kind of doing the same thing, but it's cool that they recognise what's going on here. Yeah,
so the Chats are an Australian band, and they ended up coming up here for an afters, and it was like it was crazy. It was like, because they've got this one song called Smoko, it's got like millions of views, and we got fucking crazy about it, and then the cunt was sitting on this couch. Cunt was sitting. He was sitting on this couch smoking weed. It was like he had this mad fucking like foil kind of wrap that looked like a fucking chocolate bar or some shit, but there was weed in it, and he was just fucking.
Could give him tenants, and I was like, "You want a beer? Well, we've got tenants if you want that." It was like the wee keg, like the wee mini keg.
Got any fucking bacon?
When you guys, like your first gigs and stuff, playing the smaller places in Glasgow, like you've got your places like Broadcast.
Yeah, Broadcast is some of my places that we've played. Probably, well, I think some places are catching up now. Probably Pride more now, but Broadcast is a place that we played so frequently when we first started kind of cutting into the scene.
Yeah.
We played the Record Fact, that's where we played our first 3 gigs. It seems to be a venue a lot of people kind of literally start in. But Broadcast was definitely like the main place from that there in Priory. Priory's different. I think Broadcast is good. It's a good like size venue. It's a good I like kind of basic venues.
Like I'd say Broadcast is arguably the venue for bands to like cut their teeth, because obviously you've got Priory, which everybody adores and we all love it, but it's more of like a mental place as opposed to a place where you can go on and practice like your set in a real environment kind of thing. It's like there's not really any rules in Priory. It's like you just start playing and it's like, holy shit, what the fuck's happening here? It's like you can't fucking see what you're doing most of the time.
It's a way to learn, but
it's definitely a different way to learn. It's more extreme, I'd say.
It's chaotic.
Yeah.
You'd say Glasgow's probably, for up and coming bands, definitely a good place to get.
I think we've got some of the best platforms.
I think we've got a better city infrastructure as well than most of the other places.
The
And
amount of venues there's places we've been with not got that many venues in like full city. You've got like I don't even know how many on Suffield.
Like, I'm sure you do have a lot of other venues in Edinburgh as well, but it's like you only hear the same two over and over again for bands at our level, which is like Sneaky Pete's and Mash House. So it's like obviously we're from Glasgow, so we've just got to assume that the reason for that is that we just do have better venues and like a better setup kind of thing. So
it's like King Tut's and stuff.
It's like there's a good amount of venues at different levels, so it's like really easy to grab the next ring for bands that are progressing. So I'd say that's part of the reason. Yeah,
we've definitely planned it that way. That's the way we've seen it. Is that we've always like taken on more of a challenge in terms of what we wanted to sell, but when we first started, we're kind of realistic about what kind of space we could play in compared to how many people we could sell tickets to. That's kind of changed over time.
Like even now we're still really realistic. It's like obviously we've got past the stage where we're just playing like the small venues, but we do like to make everything logical, so it's not as if we try and push to jump up a ridiculous venue. It's like not as if we're trying to jump from like what's it? Let's say, bro, like jumping up for King Tut's to like fucking the O2 Academy. It's like that's just not realistic. It's like you need to, if you're actually going to progress, and that's what we've done. We've always made like smaller goals, like more achievable goals, and then once we've smashed them, we've readjusted it, and then made even more smaller goals. So it just makes it easier rather than kind of like trying to achieve this huge fucking dream jump in one go. So
just put the steps. So it's as if like half it's like what we plan, the small goals, and then once we do that, it's almost as if things will happen in relation to that. Like a lot of things they seem lucky, like when we get offers for festivals or anything else outside of that, it seems lucky, but we can see where our works went towards it. It's a combination of that kind of luck and good planning. What we all had was playing smaller venues to small crowds and kind of building up a following kind of organically that way. And it definitely, it's like you're learning. The way we felt, especially when we started playing our kind of first gigs, we hadn't really played gigs or anything before, so we felt like we were learning as we were getting fans. We were learning, so people could see improvement, and it was obviously you get friends in that to begin with, but as it's built into more people, you can feel the pressure of it, and you know you need to perform, and I think that kind of spurs you on. So you're just continuously wanting to do better for the people that come to the gigs.
You guys are like obviously with Reading and Leeds last year and booked in for Transmit this year on the King's Touch stage. How is that for a band, you know, coming up and getting recognised, and how does that compare to the smaller gigs you were talking about?
I think the experiences with like with Reading and stuff, you can't really prepare yourself for it, and every time we make a step up like that, we understand that we need to kind of work hard and make sure the set's tight, but there's no way of preparing yourself when you get out there. I think what we've found, and we've been very lucky with, is that every time something's moved up a level, like when we done stereo and it was like full, or when we went to Reading, we knew that there was a step up needed, and we've always felt like we've done well in that kind of situation. We feel like put under pressure, like even for example, just even like the very first gig we done, because we had very different friends groups, we were able to sell quite a lot of tickets, so our first gig was probably about 100 people there. So the pressure on us, knowing that people hadn't heard anything from our songs or anything, with these bigger stages, you feel like it does. It makes you better. You relish it. You relish the opportunity.
You rise to the occasion.
You rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what we're looking forward to transmit for. And it was the same with Reading. And it was weird because when we got the Reading announcement, we totally didn't expect it. It was something we joked about. We'd been like, oh, it'd be really good to play Reading Leeds this year. And then the email comes through, and it doesn't really kind of kick in until you're there. And we got there, and it was like, I think it was Dua Lipa or something had just finished when we walked on stage. So
We're the kind of band that's still going to go out and try and win all the people that we haven't necessarily won over.
It's because the challenge, especially when we go to places in England and random places. We've played Stockton a few times near Newcastle.
Sheffield was a laugh.
Sheffield we played to about 7 people or something. They were like, and like everybody I spoke to after the gig was like, they were super nice, and they just did so many things to say that I really valued about music, because it's good getting compliments.
Especially the venue owner as well.
Yeah.
The venue owner said that he'd put Arctic Monkeys on in the same venue, or like one of the same venues in Sheffield, and they played to about 30 people, but he said he thought we were better. So that's it.
It's
fuck
good.
off, Alex. But no offence, we love Arctic Monkeys, but it's good to hear shit like that, especially because that's one of our favourite bands. So for somebody that's put them on and put us on to say that they thought we were better, it means a lot. So even though we played to like 7 people that night, we still all took something from it. You were talking about us being grafters and going up and down the country. I feel like that's not changed. It's like, obviously there's more of a plan to what we're doing now, and it's more, we've got other people helping us with it, but it's like, I think the urge to play any gig in any fucking city is still there. Like I know me personally, cannot fucking wait for the next time we go on the road, and I don't care if it's fucking 7 gigs or 31 gigs. I think we're happy and ready to accept anything that gets flung at us, really. So it's like,
it'll be easy as well. Like when we done the, we kind of like, it was a mini tour, and it was more or less just to get us ready for what it was going to be like when we went on the road, because we had we played London and stuff, and we'd been outside that. We put ourselves on, so we kind of put it on ourselves. We played Sheffield, we played Manchester, where we
Newcastle.
played Newcastle. Manchester we played to about 3 people really, other than the bands. And 2 of them were people that like our pals band Rascal and know. He's like this really nice guy, likes all the local bands, but he's from Manchester.
And the other guy was a guy that knew us off Twitter.
And it was like a big venue.
It was a really big venue, and there was like 3 people there, but we didn't get fuck.
It was like fucking good there, because we're like, these bands are going to see us, we love playing the set, we're basically on holiday at this point, you know what I mean, we're away for jobs. He's on fuck, man, let's just go out and just play the set and enjoy ourselves. So I think the guy that was in the crowd that knew us off Twitter, his name was James Barlow, so if he ever sees this, there was like 3 people there. There's a song where I dropped the guitar. He stood at the front, and there was like a tune where I dropped my guitar and I jumped out in front of him and he like grabbed me, and it was class, man. So shout out to James Barlow for I think he's from Hull, but he came up to Manchester to see us, so that's fucking nice. People that travel like from England regularly to come up here for a lot of the gigs, like the Rascal and EP launch, I think there was probably people for all the place for that. Like, it was probably about 400 people there. There's people feel like all over Scotland, and some people travelled up from England as well.
And that was in a fucking old folks daycare centre, that I think Rascotton's manager had managed to convince the janitor to let him have it for a day, and it was chaos. Oh man, it was
probably the warmest day of the year.
Yeah,
it was the last day of tour.
Our tour as well. I remember I pulled up my motor and there was like people outside who were pals and they came up to me and they were like, right, and I was like, wait a minute. Right in the street there. And I think I spent the rest of the day in my car just with the air conditioning on, because I couldn't handle the heat, man. You watch the videos, we're all like sweating, hair's pure curly and all sorts, man.
Remember that summer?
It was brutal, man. And I mind, like, because we loaded in quite early, and it was so roasting that we went into the hall when there was nobody there. It was unbearable. Then when there was 400 people in there, it was absolutely unbearable. So after every band finished, the entire place emptied. So there was all
into the street.
People feel like probably about 14 all the way up to like fuck knows, man, like 50. All these people different ages, all outside in the West End.
It was like
pashed in the street, basically.
It's just like this random daycare centre up a back street in the West End, and like every 35-40 minutes 400 fucking cunts would spill out into the street with like bevy fucking just going crazy. Was
related?
Schweppes, I forgot about that.
No, it's not related. He was actually okay. What happened was we left to go and get a drink. So we were like, right, our pal Lewis is working down there, and he was like, oh, there's this place you can get trebs.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, what's a treb? And he's like, it's a triple measure.
If
like,
there's anybody from England, Dog and Parrot.
Dog and Parrot, and it was a triple measure vodka. So it was, you get 3 trebs for a tenner. So you basically got, what is that, like 9 vodkas for a tenner. So we drank 3 of them, and I swear to fuck, man, I was absolutely pissed during that set. Like, there's quite a few people there, but I think we were alright. We were we finished it. We finished it, and we were like, fuck it, we're going for an encore, and then we did, and that's when my fucking tooth got smashed. So it's, I know it's like, it's just, I don't know, maybe. It's just, I think I just stood too close to the mic, and then swinging about all the time. You get whacked in the face with them, and it's just like, you kind of just need to tolerate it in a way. You can't really get like upset about it if it smashes you in the nose and your eyes start watering.
Yeah, it's something that I'll get over. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not the last time that I'll smash my fucking tooth.
Like
but
a shield or something.
I know. I'm sure it's not the last time, but I think I was nowhere near as gutted as I was when it happened last month. And it happened again. I was mainly gutted because the gig was going extremely well, and then in my mind I'd smashed my front tooth and it kind of ruined it for me, and it didn't get unruined for me until I'd got it fixed, but thankfully I went and got it fixed like 4 days later, and then my memory of the gig was right again. So
it was just pure pitch invasion material.
Yeah, there was like 15 fucking cunts on stage, and people were like, he was getting pissed off at them, like, fucking get away from me.
In my space, like, I moved away to the drums to like kind of lock in Mikhail and kind of play off him, and in the kind of 2 seconds I'd moved away from where I was standing, like about 5 people had jumped up and started dancing when I was supposed to go back and play guitar. So I had to go back to the mic to go sing. They were in my way, so I was kind of stood kind of awkwardly for 10 seconds and just continued playing guitar, and I just pushed past them. I was just like, nah, fuck this. When
he pushed past them, a guy fell over my guitar cable into the mic, smashed my tooth out. Good laugh. No, is it? I know the guy came up to me and apologised profusely after it, so that's fine. That's fine.
It was a pretty mental night. There was a point where our pal Craig climbed up on top of one of the speakers and dived off the top of it, and it was like right after that, all we heard, it was like the voice of God. There was just a voice came out of the top. Like, I just don't calm down the now that the gig's off.
Like the sound guy, like it was either the sound guy or the security went to the sound guy and been like, let me fucking talk to him, and he was like, you're going to calm them down or this gig is finished. And we were like, right, every cunt, let's calm down. Let's calm down a wee bit. Right. We know.
You kind of want to keep that, especially.
You want to keep it until the point where you're getting told if it doesn't calm down, you're off. That's when we call it. So.
Or if there's that many people on stage that you physically can't get to the pedals of your guitar in it. And like one time in broadcast we played Stag and Dagger, and we played the gig at the garage.
Oh, that was fun.
And a band pulled out a broadcast, so they asked us after we played the garage if we'd play a midnight slot in a broadcast. So we played 2 gigs that day. First set, like completely sober, took it seriously. Next one we were darting about watching bands, so as long as we all make it back to broadcast for a certain time we'll be alright. So we were all absolutely steaming, but so was everybody else because it was midnight. So I think it was during like the last song or something. Broadcast you can just walk onto the stage because the stage is a bit this high and there's no barrier, so everybody jumped on the stage and it was fun for about 10 seconds, and then fucking leads were getting kicked out, pedal boards were flying, and
there was no fucking music, it was just the drums by the end of it. It's like, which is funny because I've watched a video of Baby Stranger in broadcast, and like maybe Nice and Sleazy's, and it was also Stag and Dagger. The exact same thing happened to them. Every cunt just jumped on stage, and then before you know it, all you can hear is the drums. It's funny how no cunt goes near the drummer, innit?
Like when we've done Dunts, it's been like round about the time or something kind of special happening with us, like a release, or especially with the last Dunts gig, it kind of felt like everything we kind of built up over that year, it was a chance for us to go back there where we'd already been and kind of take it up a level. And we've always got the kind of good, like, because there's a guy called John McKinley, Scatman, and he records most of the gigs of the band. So if you go onto YouTube and you look up John McKinley, you'll find nearly every gig that's happened in Glasgow.
Like 1,000 videos.
He's like documenting history, and whenever we do Tuts, he's always had good footage for there, and it's good for us because when you're up there, it's like, especially if it's less than 30 minutes, you feel like you're up there for like 2 minutes, and you just want to do it right again. But the only way to relive it is to go back and watch the videos.
There's literally no way to relive it apart from if somebody records it, and we're very fortunate that Scatman is always he's dead into the Glasgow scene, he's dead into the music in general, so we're very lucky that he's quite often on hand with his camera.
And like you said, one day what he's doing will be very
Well, I say to him
important.
all the time because he really is. He obviously just sees it as he's enjoying the gigs and he's glad to put it out there for people to see. But honestly, it's all of us and every other band that comes through now. It's like a what would be the word for it? It's a rite of passage, aye. It's like before we knew who he was, we were like, how do we get this guy to take a video? Because there was a video of us jumping about in the crowd at Rascon, and we were like, we need to meet this guy. And then we met him at Halloween, and Rab was dressed up in a Mr. Blobby costume. And I had a night costume with like a fake dick, but I lost the rest of the costume, so I just was dick. So I was just cutting about the dick kind of my jeans. I felt like a bit of a fucking a weird cunt, but we bumped into Scatman when we had that, and he was just recording me and Rab, and there was people and like there was like a bus going by, and the company was just looking at us, and I just lost like Scatman like this, and I just whipped out the dick and they started waving it about.
I'm pretty sure there was like a small video clip as well of us on stage that night, and like Colin had whipped the dick out, and he was like slapping his guitar strings with it, and it's just
tuck it away after.
It was just it's like Priory's mental enough, and then it's like there's people falling into his, and he's got a fucking massive dangling bobby coming at him.
It's weird enough being in Priory, but when I'm being in Priory and everybody's dressed up.
You don't know who any cunt is. You're just like, this is
something that people dressed like clowns and fucking. It's good, man.
Halloween in the Priory is always some night, but fucking.
Definitely.
I would recommend it.
We'll see with the folks down at NME singing your praises, and obviously next month you're off to America. What do you reckon this year, the next couple of years, the future holds for the Dunts?
On the 4th reunion tour,
Our 6 greatest hits album.
4 different members of the band as well.
Aye.
like none of it.
Remember the rest is already doing solo projects.
I mean, I was gonna say none of us are even in the band by that point. It's just that. So it gets to year 7, we can't be asked with a band anymore, so we pay a bunch of lookalikes to.
You know, a bunch of fake Paul McCartney's, the months,
in reality, but I don't think we look that far ahead.
In 10 years, about to be that band that's like you announced for a festival and it's got fuck's sake, man.
Again.
Last year,
So we want to be the
bar full of cash at Scarface, man.
We want to be the Calvin Harris of the Calvin Harris of the Glasgow guitar scene.
We're going to be in a casino in Las Vegas. We've all got our own rooms. We're bound to have a mad contract with the mafia. We can't go to. We need to play constantly like Elvis. We're all really fat.
Got a 2-year residency in a fucking casino, but it's like at knife point.
A bit of money. We're touring and we're still making music. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. Like the money doesn't matter that much to us, but it's like you need to look at it as a job. You know what I mean? It's like this is something we love to do, and I don't care how big we get. If we get to make a living off it, then that's fucking good enough for me, man. So
I'd say the same.
Aye. Pretty much.
Talk to us, boys.
Oh, no problem, man.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a good weekend. Cheers.